The week's almost over. Let's wrap it up with a progress report on the Titanic, and let's talk lighting today on Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we're not going to be doing any building. We're going to be doing another one of our progress report videos where we wrap up what we've done in the last 4 episodes. And we're also going to talk about the Light My Brick lighting kit for the LEGO version of the Titanic. So let's get into our recap. Okay, let's recap what we did this week. Okay, so for the LEGO portion, we added this piece here, we added some additional pieces here, and then we started on this hull piece, which eventually will go here. And then over on the scale model side, we attached our 2 pieces of hull, and so we can now sort of put that in this little holder. And then we added some additional pieces up here on the engine. All right, so yeah, this is not quite stable yet, but we're getting there. Okay, let's recap what we did in this episode. So here we have the LEGO portion, and then here we have the scale model portion. So on the LEGO side, we basically finished attaching these pieces. Very cool with the Titanic printed piece, very awesome. And then for our scale model side, we worked on this forward well deck with these hatches, and we assembled our first funnel. So that is it for this episode. All right, so on the LEGO side, we mostly concentrated on this decking area, and then we got started on what looks like the anchor chains here. And then on the scale model side, we got this keel piece that we've been asked to set aside. And then we worked on adding some details to the front whale deck that we completed in the last episode. And then we started work on the officers' quarters by applying the veneer and some of this venting. And then we also have this piece that we're to keep for a future issue. But at the end of the LEGO section, yeah, what do y'all think? Like, this looks very similar here. Like, this piece is this, and then we have our hatches. So very cool. I love how this build, this obviously is the forecastle that we did in the first episode of the scale model. So I like how they're kind of in tandem here. We're working on the same areas of the ship. But that's it for episode 7. Okay, so the LEGO side, we added details. We added these 2 pieces on the side, which look amazing. We added the anchors. So here's our 2 on the sides, and then we have a center one here. And then we started this little component, which we will continue on in the next episode. And then for the scale model side, we have this very impressive hull piece assembled. And then we started working on the superstructure for the staircase. And then again, we have this little vent cover or vent hood that's left over. So that is it for episode 8. Okay, here is where we are at after 8 episodes of the Titanic build. And as you can see, we are sort of mirroring the 2 builds. We have a front hull section for the scale model side, and then we of course have our front hull section for the LEGO side. So a little obviously different building techniques, but this is the LEGO side so far. We still have some work to do, obviously. And then in our last episode, we added this decking, and then we started work on this crane, which I'm having a hard time grabbing here. And then for the scale model side, we have the start of our hull, we have a keel piece, and then we have our forecastle, we have the officer quarters deck, we have the front well deck, we have the superstructure for the staircase, we have a funnel, and we have our engine. So that's it after 8 episodes. And now let's take a look at the lighting kit. Okay, so even though this is a progress video and not a build video, I did want to sort of get us thinking about the light kit for the LEGO version, which I have right here. This is the Light My Bricks Titanic light kit. This is their 2.0 kit, which includes instructions to add the lighting as you build the LEGO model. This is different than their 1.0 kits, which basically they gave you instructions to add the light kit after the model was completely built, so you kind of had to retrofit it. So the first thing, you have your light kit here. There is a QR code on the side for the instructions, but let's just take a look. I thought the packaging was kind of cool. There's this little sleeve, and then once you get into it, it's like a little drawer that pulls out, and this has all of your lighting. Bag number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 bags of lighting elements for this. So I'm just going to put those back inside because we're not actually, like I said, we're not actually going to be building. I thought we were actually, because when I go to the instructions, which I have here on my iPad. And so when you go to their website, you have instructions. So here it says, install your light kit while you build your LEGO set. And then there is a set of instructions here. Or if you've already built it, it says install your light kit after. So we are building as we're installing it as we build. So we want these first set of instructions. Now, the first thing that's a little confusing, you would think you would start with part 1. But no, you actually start with part 3. When you go to part 1, it's the end of the build. You're in book 3 of the Titanic already, and we're barely into book 1. So when I looked at all 3 of these, part 3 is the one that we want. I'm not sure why they're out of order like that, but there we go. All right, here we go. So here are the instructions. Again, part 3, but yet, so here it gives you just a bunch of information, sort of getting started, what Lego bags you're going to need. So we're going to need, like here it says, we're going to need Lego bag number 4, which is what we are in right now. And then we're going to need the Light My Bricks bag number 7. And then eventually we're going to need, as we continue on, we're going to need bag number 6 from the Light My Bricks. But again, like I said, not to, I guess, beat a dead horse about it, but I'm not sure why this is part 3 when we are definitely in the first part of the build with Lego bag 4, and we're in book 1. All right, so this just kind of, again, gives you some more information. So they're telling us here that we want to use Lego book 1 up to page 74. So that's where we're at over here. Book 1, page 74. Now, I thought that we missed this because we are past 74 in our videos. In fact, we are up to page 92 in our last Titanic video number 8, episode 8. We're up to page 92. So I thought, oh my goodness, I've been so excited about this. I totally missed starting on the light kit. But no. We have not missed it. So basically, so it's telling you to go to book 1, page 74, which is where we're at, and to open Lego bag 4, which we've already done. And then it just walks you through, I think they're doing this basically from the beginning of the bag is where they start their instructions, even though you don't encounter the light kit elements for many more pages. So we've done all of this already in our episodes, but I just want you to see that. So it's telling you to start at page 74 on the Lego side and to open bag 4 on the Lego side. And then here it just sort of repeats the Lego instructions. So So these are the same parts as in the Lego section, and so it's just repeating the steps. And so it keeps going like that until we get to page. So again, it's just repeating the Lego instructions and the Lego steps. So we keep going. So we've already done all of this. And now it's telling us that once we install the anchors, which we've already done, so that is on this step, which is page 86. So 12 pages after we started our instructions. So it's asking us to skip. So it kind of puts you out of order. So we've already done this as well. So it's asking us to skip these steps here. So if I skip these, just FYI, this is where we left off in episode 8, was right here. So it wants us to skip all of this, until we get to here. And that is where we pick up and we open bag number 6 in our light kit, and we assemble these pieces, and when we get to, we're going. Okay. So it's when we get to this step in the Lego book, which is actually page 100, this is where we start with our first lighting element. So it's going to go on this rigging that is going to be at the top of this pole. So that is where we will actually start our lighting kit, which would be on page 100 of our manual. Step 138 is where we would be in the Lego manual, which we will not get there until episode 10. So again, I just wanted to bring it up in this video to let you know that I haven't forgotten about the lighting kit. And actually, like I said, looking at when I originally looked at the instructions for the lighting kit, it said to start on page 74. So I was like, oh my goodness, in our build videos, we are obviously past 74, which is, this is all this stuff we did after 74. So again, I thought that I had missed it, so I was going to use this progress report video to get us caught up. But actually, as I delved more into it, we have not missed it, and we're not even there yet. And we won't get to it in the next episode, which is episode 9. It will be in the episode after that, episode 10. So that's where we are with the lighting kit. That is our progress over the last 4 episodes, plus a little bit about the lighting kit, as I mentioned. Let's do our parts and step summary really quick, and then we'll talk about what's coming up in future episodes. So for the scale model, we have completed 82 steps and used 152 parts. And for the Lego version, we've completed 235 steps and used 851 parts. All right, great. So coming up in the next couple of episodes, I know that we're going to be building another funnel. We're going to get another hull piece, and then we're going to be adding some details to the funnel and some details to, I believe, the officer quarterdeck and the stairwell deck. And I believe, as I mentioned in the lighting segment, we're going to, in episode 10, we're going to start on the Lego lighting kit. And I believe in episode 10, for the scale model, we're also going to be dealing with some lighting. So again, these builds seem to be synchronous without even trying to. So that's very cool. So be sure to check next week for a new build video. But before that, this Saturday, we are going to be covering the new LEGO Sherlock Holmes Book Nook. So this is a new type of set for LEGO. They're doing a Sherlock Holmes, which is a brand new theme. They don't have any other Sherlock Holmes sets. So I'm not sure why they chose Sherlock Holmes, but anyway, we're doing a Sherlock Holmes book nook. Also available from LEGO is a Harry Potter book nook and a Lord of the Rings book nook. So check out the LEGO site for those and join us on Saturday for the Sherlock Holmes build. So until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.